Um, well, it's not a. It's sickening. I'll just put it that way. It's like a punch to the gut. We had the lead. Ball was in. The Ravens had the ball, and it was in the defensive. For us to close it out, and we didn't do that. So it's a gut punch.
Robert, did you have an idea that you wouldn't be facing Lamar today, and how did that change things for you guys?
We found out like right before we went out or started, and really didn't change anything. Number two, he's a mobile quarterback just like him. We just stuck to our game plan. We just didn't finish.
Robert, what was the tenor of your defensive huddles on that last drive? I mean, was there a panic? Were you certain you were going to get the job?
No, it was more just making sure. I don't sound comical thinking about it, making sure guys do their 111 so they didn't score, but they scored. So I'll just leave it at that.
Robert, you guys, it's been a while since you guys have won a game. Does this feel like a low point during that stretch?
To me, it's week to week. Right now it's sickening, because in the fashion in which we just lost, and especially I was on the field when it happened, so it's sickening. At the end of the day, this game, again, I like to say this game over with and on to next week. Let's just try to figure out a way.
The fact that you have 4 days to try to figure out a way, what's the challenge?
Get your legs fresh, and really that's it. I don't know if they're coming off a short week too, so whoever can get fresh and basically man up and execute the best when we get back out there. So not to make football complicated or anything.
Robert, you have a decade in the league as a successful player, a professional. How does it sit with you to have a strong defensive performance overall for the game undercut by guys not doing their job at the end?
Well, it's not, I would say that last drive, it sucked because, again, it was in our hands. But there's bits and pieces. I know one drive, I was just telling to myself, I got, out leverage and, down that drive, they got 3 points. So if I did a better job, maybe, 3 points off the board, and it's a whole different game. At the end of the day, defense, we were out there. We had an opportunity to close the game as a defense, which we pride ourselves on, and we didn't do that. So we really got to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out who we really are.
Rob, I appreciate you, not wanting to stand in front of the media and publicly talk about whatever mishaps took place on the field, especially that last drive. But are those conversations that you guys will have privately, one-on-one? Will you go to guys and say, hey, this breakdown here is unacceptable. This thing can't happen?
At some point, you just no need to be sensitive. Call a spade a spade. Again, when a play call is called, everybody has a 111th. Do your 111th. If you ain't do your 111th and you get called out, don't be sensitive. Get yourself fixed and get it right. And I'll just leave it at that.
Robert, the big play on that last drive was the 3rd and 12 that they hit against busted coverage. Any sense for what allowed that to spring open for them?
I wasn't covering on that play. I have no idea what the coverage was. So I couldn't tell you much about that.
Second straight year, you guys have had a really, really long losing streak with you here, obviously. You lose faith in the direction of things when you go through a stretch as long as this? Me personally, I literally of course I look at our record, but can't change it, so I just really try to stay week to week. And, that's how I keep it fun. You look into the rear view, and now you're feeling sorry for yourself. Now you're carrying unnecessary weight. So, it sucks, and I'm not saying I'm not upset about our record, but, I put it behind us, and again, come Thursday, can we show up, and can me and we as a Bears perform like we're supposed to, and give people something to cheer about.
Being in a similar position last year with having, as Dan just said, a really long losing streak, then having to break off several wins to get yourself in a position in the playoffs. What does it take for you all to get to that point where you basically have to win every game?
Well, simple philosophy: have more points on the board than the team. Again, offense, special teams, I really don't have too much to do about, but defense,
we can keep more points off the board. I mean, that's all I can really control, at least my part, and just trying to keep points off the board and score, because we can score on defense. So maybe we just got to raise our standards and expectation for ourselves and actually start performing like we want to. But, if was a fifth.